Good evening, friends. Welcome to the traditional farmers' dictatorship. Well, really, it's just the name. We're not very dictatory about things. Mostly, we're quite nice for the most part, and also very loud. Again, I think that's 2 times in a row that I managed to do. Yes. Just what happens then is that there is such a loud noise that it shakes the earth. But cheers. We're looking at the food factory here of Schweiz. And there's quite a few trains that want to get into here. Yes, and such as this is a little bad, because it was blocking here, that thing. That's not good. This is apparently a main through road for Polochevo to get to here, I suppose. Well, I could cancel a bit of road here and make them take another route. The only thing that will be slightly worse coverage from the fire station here. Although there's a fire station up there. I mean, I think that's a solution. As good as any, is it? Yes. Sure. This, first of all, useless railway crossing is too... Okay. Still work though. As it didn't make sense it wasn't possible to remove something due to the railroad crossing being too close to the thing that you're trying to remove. Well, put it like that, it actually makes some sense. I think it does. Where are we now? Yes, if we need more music, definitely. Yes, cheery, here we go. What's coming? Oh, the fuel transporter. Yes, this, I don't know if we should do anything about this, or if we should just let it be. As long as other trains can pass by here, it's quite nice. It's quite fine. And I suppose you would be the alcohol train. Yes, you are, because here we have the clothing train, and these represent all the trains that actually go in here. So no one else. We're still supposed to cancel a bit of this road as well. Yes, so someone such as this will have to take the long way around with the slightly longer way. I mean, how much further is this really? Where are you coming from? Molna, you're coming from. I'd say it even makes more sense to take the other road. Are you okay? You're taking this road, of course you are. Well, sincerely, sincerely. Yes, sincerely, quite sincerely. The other one is not too bad. No, so there you have it. Also, there should be electronics available here occasionally. There are not now, right now though, but occasionally there should be. Yes, I mean there is a slight problem. Things are not going incredibly smoothly here in the food industry. It's not a crisis by any means. I don't think. Okay, it's slightly gone down, and we have lost a bit of population. Really, is it that bad? Didn't think that we were doing quite that bad. Husqvarna, you have plenty. Katzinchad, you have an enormous amount. You as well. And you as well. So you maybe you don't need to stay in here much longer. I think that you could go. Was that I don't know. Yes, you can go now. You can go now? you can apparently not go. There you can go. But I wanted to go via the waypoint. Now it was possible, okay. So you cannot ask a train to go to a waypoint from inside one of these. Okay then. But all of its targets are very well spoken for, or such. But here, Beatus, we definitely need to get some resources into this warehouse in the form of food. Because it's not well. It's too few resources. And I mean, I was supposed to be upgrading, but a train like this, I think is doing quite alright with the old style of locomotive here. So I believe the design of the one that we're replacing these with may actually be even older, but that's not the point. Yes, I mean, this is perfectly alright. I mean, and this is the second locomotive. Wouldn't you know it? So what we're trying to do here is to catch up a bit in Beatus, first and foremost. Yes, and okay, 4 tons you've made in that amount of time. And when that is done, we should put a few more wagons on this here train. Swage warehouse. Yes, we'll keep you around here. You're set to wait, yes. No, we don't need a second food factory, but it is a limitation in logistics, or a problem in logistics, because as you can see here, there are 2 trains, food trains now. Yes, and it didn't. When I come to think of it, it was a very long way for this train to go to deliver to here. That's ridiculous, you know. It's very close by. You don't need to be doing silly things. And this is no longer the northwestern. You have a waypoint in there, which you should certainly not have. This is no longer the northwestern. This is just the western. The western food train. Like, you know. Oh, alright. The western food train. Here. And then we have the northeastern food train then, but that's the first locomotive. We are not renaming. However, this, so we have one train going here to here, back and forth. Hello, very good, fun. And then one here doing a very long route up to Husqvarna, and then down to Katzinchad, and down to here. Yes, although this is the road, so it takes this way, same way back as it came. But this is a pretty nice line for what it is. It's very long, but this is not a complete straight line such as this one is. It actually does something. Yeah, should we build a new train, a new route through the mountain here, maybe? We are quite able to build things nowadays. Although arguably we have the most efficient rail route you could have. Yes, but it's also the most boring. Was this really what you were supposed to be doing? Nope, I had not imagined such. What should we... I mean, we could try and... I mean, here is certainly something that is not... either that or... yes, if we head up a bit because this, I don't think it's too big of a hurdle to get over or get something through there or something to get it a little bit interesting. Not that the existing line isn't interesting. Well, as its features, I mean, it's a very nice piece of infrastructure. Don't get me wrong; it does the job, and arguably it does the job more efficiently than this will do. Of moving stuff around. That is. Did we keep the thing around? No. Are we doing a rail line here? Oh, yeah, I suppose we are. But no, not list of lines. List of vehicles. Thank you. List of trains, all map, and the diesel locomotives, and this is the food Västra food train. Yes, Western food train. 52 tons out of 201 tons. 58. Yes, 59 even. Yes, we wanted to keep you around so that we could set you on your way when you're done. Although, yes, I didn't quite need to anymore because it's just doing this bit now. But okay, we need to get it going. Even though it only has 60 tons on board, we need to get it going. Molna, you are still doing pretty damn well. The otters, they are hungry. There are also, many people being fed out of there. It might be worth it getting, a dedicated food train for both here, Beates, and for Husqvarna. Maybe. Let's see about that. Was it? Yes, I found it. Back to this. To do this, though, we're going to need to make terrain adjustments. Otherwise, there's no use for it, and that is too far away. We cannot build a construction office, and I do not feel like using the. And the problem is also by using this, you can't really plan the railroad, because I'm definitely not buying the railroad. That would defeat the purpose, kind of. But it's a bit. Maybe one should see what one could do without the terrain alignment correction tool. This is a regular road. Yes, here we go. Oh, there is a hum. I don't know what that's about. I mean, the game is just it's about the train, actually. That's one of our greatest. There we go. Now it sounds a bit more complete. Let's see. We come from about here. So maybe down here. We take it off, like so, and then just to see what we could get. Should we try and go over this this rolling hill? I think that we could easily. It's not the way you would perhaps build a railroad, but then again, I mean, who says that we always have to strive for the most efficient? We could build a railroad, try and build a railroad on its what's it called? Aesthetic aspects as well. And of course, what this should be is single track. Should definitely be. I mean, we don't. Not going to do anything too ridiculous, are we? No. Yes. Right. But I suppose. I mean, as one exception to the rule, I could build myself a construction beside out here, auto build one, just to get some bulldozers and excavators in here. No, we want to go this way. Too steep of an incline. It is very steep, in fact. What one would want to do, maybe one could, and if we will want to climb it, say we wanted to climb this, is that possible? Too steep of, yes, but it is possible like this. But here, I mean, you definitely want to use the flattening device here. Yes, I'm going to bite a bullet, I think. This once, this is for a good cause. Construction office, yes, we'll do a small one, a small stock one out here. Yes, and now we click this button. Remember, we use the dollars, yes. Because the ruble account is not that big. It's quite small. Yes, we are self-sufficient. We don't need foreign money. What are we going to do with those? Especially rubles at this point, 2001. How many times here is the ruble actually going to significantly, severely lower? It's terrible, the loss in value, the ruble that happens on, almost a regular interval. But let's not get into that. Let's try and keep it here to this. Covered hull. Definitely not a covered hull. No. What we want is we want to buy from the West. now that this is the future. This, yes, is very expensive. Bulldozer big. Well, the nuclear bulldozer is gone. Really? It has been removed. Oh, wouldn't you know it? But this is what we're in. It's $321,000. I don't think so. No. We'll have the cheaper one, please. The small one. And also, but I think that they actually use excavators. Yeah, this is very nice. Speed level 37. Although this is apparently both a bulldozer and an excavator. It would appear. Can we do excavating tasks? Yes, we can. Okay then. And then I suppose we're set. But what was the speed level of this one? Was like 9. Wasn't it? That's not going to 9. Yes, it's 9. It's actually 9. You know what's also available? No, the Stahlneck, but that is not. That's a bulldozer. We need excavators, I think, for this to get it done. Yes, the nuclear excavator is still here. Yes, I was looking in the wrong currency. What am I thinking? Of course. Speed level 20. And there's nothing left. We can only use the Western. Actually. Okay. Rail. Should we cancel all of this? Yes, we should. And redo it properly now that we have cancel all plans. Now that we have this. And of course there is night. What else? Let's see here. You are now out of food. How long has that been staring me in the face here? And there we go. We send you off with 100 tons and unload like plenty of it. You're going to have to make this run a few times. We don't want to be losing people due to this. This might also mean that the distribution office is regarding the food storage as empty most of the times, and thus not going, thus not standing in line. It's not standing in line to get to the food, except when the trains are out, and that's going to get even worse if we. You know what I think is in order. Yes, this I should have been doing that all the way. Sorry, we'll do it again here. Yes, we'll try. Okay, it didn't make any difference for the unnecessary thing. But here, yes. I think that this, if it doesn't do anything silly on the end here, but actually bring it to the point where I'm holding it. And it doesn't do anything. No, it hasn't done anything silly. It has done something fantastic. Too steep of an incline. Yes, but we need not go at such a rate. We can take it a bit easy here. The only thing that is worrying me slightly about this plan is that here it is solid granite. But that doesn't matter. We get above it. So it's a good thing that we have strong locomotives. And yes, we'll ride the ridge. Could we move down some trees here while we're at it? That would be helpful. Oh, it doesn't work like that. Okay. Where are we going now? Should we could do a bridge. Yes, a viaduct. The completely unnecessary viaduct. We could actually do a viaduct. You know, and you'd want, yes, we will double track some of this. A viaduct, you say? Yes, not quite in that direction. Pointing in slightly different direction though. Not just here. You know how long time it takes to build train viaducts is not quite even feasible. We'll see if they've changed something or if it's still the same. Maybe they have changed something. I did seem to recall thinking when building this little bridge over by the train factory that that's a very small amount of work days for this here bridge. A deck truss bridge, railway bridge. Where are we going? That's where we want to look. This just isn't quite at the same elevation. This is actually at a ridiculous elevation. And I would think no. That we are not doing this one. If they were of similar height, well, you could do, if you wanted to do something really unnecessary, you could try and land a bridge about here, and then swoop down this over there somewhere. Yes, but it's very steep. No, that it's not. It's completely unnecessary. Let's instead do here somewhere. Yes, I want to play a bit with these curve things that are new. They are most excellent. I'm just a little bit afraid that we might be getting slightly out of the range of the construction office. But this is a nice swooping track down here, isn't it? Yes, it's completely useless, but it's, if you want to get useless. No, we need to hook up to the other line, and we need to get to Huskvarna at some point or other. Yes, could we do that through here maybe? I think we could. And just to be a bit of the type, we'll do this. it's not too steep of a descent. You can do this. Calm down. And I think we will very, very soon be reaching the limits of it looks like a bit of ugly here. Yes, what have you done here? No. This is not what we want. Okay. Yes, come out onto... Is that better? Better. Barely. Yes, please bear with me here. It's going to be worth it. It's still doing that. Okay. It's still the old algorithms are still at play here, most definitely. That's more like it. Yes. And over here then, in this direction. Yes, now we need a free excavator at the thing. But we're not that far from things now. We're not that far from Husqvarna. In fact. Yes, but I'm going to need another one of these. It will burn down. That's just the way it is. Where did I leave it? Here I left it. Okay. Yes, I suppose if we're doing it, we want to go a little bit by the lake as well. There are lakes here too, though. Yes, there are. And yes, of course. Lamenting fact not having a roundabout up here. Opportunity to fix. Although it will not be a very integrated part of the existing. This is a big proper rail construction project that you're taking on here. Yes, it is. I realize this. If you put it, I think we put it up here on the top of the hill. I need a free excavator. You need flat terrain. I suppose I'm not going... there it is. Here. Because I think if I were to auto-tick that now, it may build the railroad. At least if I was in the railroad menu, it would. Dollars, definitely. This is expensive. Ugh. Yes, very expensive. Here we go. A few vehicles. And that would be these. Also perfect. They are both... that's enough. They are both bulldozers and excavators. They are not very, it's not something you want to fill in a big lake with or do something like that, but for these, for our purposes here, they suffice plenty. That was severe music. Are we going to build the same severeness of railroad? I think we are. It got cheaper. How the hell did it get cheaper? I'm pretty certain it got cheaper. Okay, I might very well be wrong, but I'm it's pretty certain. It's not doing anything for some reason. It's not required, I suppose, but I want it to do. Yes, things like this is what I want it to do. And not things like... is it really that bad? Yes, we clear a bit of forest here. Actually, we should be clearing more forest around the railroad. Yes. Not too much though. But just the right amount. Okay, we've done it. That's very unnecessary. Not really the way you would build a railroad. No, this is like a very, very slow roller coaster. This is what this will be. Okay. Where is the railroad? Where are we going? I sort of lost track, and I sort of forgot about these people. Are you... What? Have you been? I suppose you have been. You have a brand new vehicle transporting as well. That's annoying. I don't know why that happens. It must have been by a... Yes, we were supposed to go around the lake here. Can we find the... Here is the track, but you were talking of doing a roundabout. Yes, but then this is just silly going on because the roundabout should be here. Yes, and if that's the case, we might come off here a bit. And you know what is also written here in the cards? A railway construction office from Huskvarna. Or located in Huskvarna. Yes, although it is still doing, you know, it has the old behavior still of doing, where it is connecting here, it does something silly. Because it's not touching the terrain of the previous bit of rail. Oh, exactly. Now, I know that we can't see at the moment where it actually does it or how it does it, but well, it is a little bit less severe, if not anything else. It will have to do. Yes, Huskvarna. Sick. We could have the roundabout around the lake. Except that the existing railroad is extremely close to the lake. Yes, that sounds like an opportunity to hook it up. As many places. Are we seriously considering this? I mean, I think it sounds like a... We already have a sort of roundabout around the lake, down in around between, you know, Katinshad and Donsaliga. But it's not as great and nice as this one will be, perhaps. We haven't seen it yet. Do I need to keep these around? I don't think so. I think that they will do fine. We can keep you there. Let's do that. I will check in on it occasionally. Maybe. The easiest way, or the easiest, let's not use that term, let's say the most convenient way, if one wanted to be able to hook up to existing here, would be to line us up, snap us up here for a bit. That would certainly... But no, not that. We're not accepting such things on this line. This line will be something different. You see? That's more like it. We really should leave ourselves plenty of room here, but I want to come off here now and continue around the lake. This is not really doing it. Could we have a road bridge or something, doing something here? That didn't do anything good. That just made things worse. Quite a lot worse at that. Yes, we have the height there. And that's the one we want to sort of keep to, if we could. And I would like it a bit more curvy. What if we do it, we fool you into going a little bit that way first? And then... How does one do this? No, it's already maximum. You will not do an unnecessary curve here. Oh. Right, there we have it. Is that acceptable? It is not very round. There we go. Okay, and I mean, it's just to start hooking up to it. It's the best we can do. The best, yes, the best. One thing to do would be to come off this one. This is just gratuitous railway building, you know. We don't have any use for this, really. Are you really going to do that? Because ideally, we would want it to connect up to the... That looks suspiciously good. Yes. It may look suspiciously good, but there you have it. And here we're going to take it out, you know, in the turns here, as we say. Quite a bit. Yes, and... Yes, that's if you're going that way. A very long track, and this is if you're going this way. Around. Right, would we want this to mess with this? This is a magical thing, as it is. But one thing one could do would be to... One couldn't get onto here, I suppose, do something, you know, completely stupid. No, that's not possible. And hooking onto here, it's not going to be able to do something like that, you know. They don't work like that. They work like that, though, and they work like this. Yes, but we also need to be able to go the other direction. We'll solve that later. Do we need this? I mean, they could. Yes, if we are going to take trains in here and then here. You know, this could even be a proper block in itself. We'd want to take this on even further back, maybe. Yes, we would. We can have queuing inside of the roundabout. That means it's going to be quite a severe turn here, but I think you'll be fine. No, it's not that severe. sharper turn. As I can see that, that's not right. That's not going to be pretty. It's not noticeable, barely noticeable. Yes, we're going in there, in that way, and here, the hookup here will be this one. Preferably here. And here. Preferably here and here. Yes. So far 5.7 million rubles and $5.6 million. Quite expensive this. Then we have a lot of railway in this as well. And of course, here, you should not really be going in here anymore, or anymore later on. Or should we do this even further away? Yes, if you want, if you're going that way, we want you to get out of this crap as soon as possible. A 3-way would be really nice if one could do. But a crossing is not allowed. No, you cannot do those things. A semaphore is in the way. As we could do it as its own thing here off the off, or whatever we call this, the northeastern line, northwestern line, northeastern line, whatever it is. As the reason you get confused is because, yes, it is indeed the northeastern line, but then we have NATO. Yes. Or Western countries, I should say. Crossing is not allowed, so stop talking silly. It's a bit sharp, but it will have to do. That will do. And you wouldn't need something here we could have, but it's completely unnecessary. Except that it provides better queuing space. Yes, it does. Then maybe we should have that instead. We want you to be your own here. Don't snap or hook up to anything else. Just be your own. Right. Okay. We could even have this hook up here. Yes, we could. We could do this. Something like come in there with it. If you wouldn't mind not snapping here for the moment, but you're insisting. You're very snappant. If that's something you could call a word. I don't know if you could call it a word. Okay, is it complete? No, it is not complete. This is not even... what is this anyway? Turn off the wireframe. Yes, it's that, but it's not hooked up to you know, the new line. Where is that again? Here it is. Yes, we're coming down here. Then, yes, we were doing it around the lake, but not this one. We're taking the route around the lake. Here too. Of course we are. Why wouldn't you? Well, if you're going to do it around the lake, you could try and do it a bit closer. To said lake. Show wireframe. Yes, this is actually a little bit of terrain here. Yes, we could use it to our advantage. I think that's the way you can get around the thing that it won't flatten, as it calls it. No. Am I too far away already from that one? Where did I build that? Wasn't it here? No, it was that singular pole. Here it is. Yes, we can take the other way around the lake and it will be fine. Nope. Here. Yes, and the prefab panels, this looks like an old crater or something, you know. It's very deep, it seems. And the sides are quite steep. Okay, it's not going to be that dramatic after all. It's something. Here, continue. A straight line. Preferably not, but if that's what it's going to be. As we're not going to do like a bendy thing just for the sake of it, but we're going to do something. Oh, and here it will actually be a little bit severe. Because here is where we'd have the two-shard crossing not allowed. Still impossible to do that now. Has never been, and don't think it ever will be. Okay. Yes, and come off here. Then. Yes. And double track that out. Well. Quite a way. We have food trains going after all. If they will be going here. Now we are going to doom the traffic on the rails for quite some time with this project. And doom, it is not a good thing to do considering, again, how reliant we are on it. You could go now, I think, because Beatrice, how are you doing? Okay, you're starting to run out. You could definitely go now, and it will be a nice timing. Let's also check here. It's now 9 million, this railroad. Or 700 tons of steel. You know what, I think that was 1,400 tons of prefab panels, okay. I think that we're actually quite alright with most of these things nowadays. We're up to something here. Yes, this is not finished by any means. No, and this spur, I don't. Should there be? Yes, there should. There should be something that way, of course. Yes, of course there should. There we go. I should get some rubles in the bank because I would like to try that rail construction thing. Yes, we'll get to that. We're going to need the rail construction office first. Here is the railroad. We're getting. What did you do now? Something not too bad. Are we single track here? Yes, we are. Would we like the possibility to go the other way? You know, I'm not too sure about that, actually. But we definitely want the ability to queue here. Like so. And here. If then it is necessary or indeed even something you would want to do to go this way. I don't know. But maybe. We need more music. It's completely quiet out here, you know. Oh, we came in. We need to come in a little bit more sharply. Wasn't looking. Yes, and then we'll have this as a waiting area as well. Not quite a long one as the other way, but it will do. Sure. Yes. Now, yes, this will cause such delays. And it will be, I mean, it's not certain that we might die from this project. Come to think of it. How much? 11 minutes. That's not the problem. The problem is that there's transporting food around whilst this is going on. We'll get rid of the wireframe and just have a look here. Ah, they're doing quite all right. Husqvarna. So how much food is in the warehouse? 150 tons. Okay then, that's really good. Why is Beate so difficult to get? What? Well, yes, you're heading. Oh, right, you're heading to Beate's, and they have 3.43 tons of food left. Unload, give them everything. Molna, do they? I don't know. They're not that hungry. If we look here, Husqvarna with 7,000 people, and Beates is feeding both Hansasino and where is it? Seov. Yes, right above it. Seov. So that's a total of about 6,500, and Husqvarna is actually 7,000. And much further away. But all right then. This, I believe that this is most of it. No, it isn't. No, it is not, because we need more things out. The back we came as well. The back we came. Yes, the way we came. What do we have here? Yes, it's this thing. No, it's not. This is not. No, don't confuse this, because that will certainly not be of any gain. No, we were down here, weren't we? Yes, we were down here. Yes, that will be enough. But why? Why this? That doesn't make any sense. When we could have this. And here we shall remove a bit of trees. Remove tree. Remove tree. Remove tree. Removing trees. There we go. Yes, railway. This part should definitely be single track. But here, because we are joining up, yes, we could double track a bit on both sides here. From here. And here, do we want to keep to this? No, we don't want to double track. Okay, you have your double track over there. That's fine. Very good. And this also keeping single tracked up here on the ridge. I think that we'll double track it for a bit. When you're out of this curve, and for some reason I want to go on this side. But it's not necessary. We might as well go on this side, and you could rather continue the curve in such a way. No, you wouldn't, because you could come in the other way. Yes, but this might do. Or we could hang it out on the other side of... well, it is flat, so it doesn't really make that much. No. Now, to construct this, that will take a long time. Yes, it will. But I've said that about absolutely everything here in this series, and you know, it has happened. Soon, it has happened at one point or other. Right, here it is a single track, and we're going to have to get in. You know, one way of having made this a whole lot more interesting, I could have done a slalom around the thing. Should we do that now, maybe? All of this track is completely gratuitous after all. The only problem is that the trains will clip through the power lines because they're hanging so low. And that's a bit tight to get. Okay. You're not going to be able to double track this. This might actually look a little bit ridiculous. Yes, it does, but I like it, so we're having it. What was that? Something was on fire. Gdansk iron mine. Iron mine. As long as there isn't a traffic jam around, for example, say the asphalt plant, because the track is confused or something. Here we have double track. Okay. Well. Yes, we're going to get to do something. Then this is also still single track. Very good. We'll take you in here somewhere. Do a bit of slalom on this side as well, maybe. Why not? I mean, it's we'll do a double pole slalom here. The super, what's they call it? It's the Super G. Something, it's like going down on a sheer mountain with some flagpoles thrown about, which you're supposed to aim yourself in between and don't die, preferably, in the process. Seems like an incredibly dangerous thing to do. Right, here Maybe I should stop this now. It's gone on a bit. Yes, this will be the last one. Okay, it thought a bit about that one when I connected it. Interesting. Right. Yes, it was extinguished. Western food train. Have you gone to Beatus yet? You have been to both Beatus and Molna. 125 tons. Okay, well, good. You might be catching up. At the warehouse, 125 tons. Okay, maybe we could let go of this now. Let's just make sure here that the northern food train, it should be called, but it is... Where is it? Our second locomotive, the western What? What has happened? Should we get this planned in? Because that was all of it. Yes, we'll commit. 1,122 tons of steel and 15,715 workdays. Fine. And just so you don't cause too severe of incidents here, we should put something in here for you. And also here. That will do it for now. Where is the northern locomotive, the eastern locomotive food train? Of course, it's not visible there. You have to go here to find it. Can't have it. It's not associated with that building anymore. It seems to be doing quite all right, considering our first locomotive. Yes, Swage warehouse. You're loading up. Very nice. That is quite a bit of railway that we intend to be building here. And where would you put the rail construction yard? It would be really nice to have it within walking distance of workers. Yes, it would. How much things do they need? All the stuff though is over here. Yes, it is. But we're still tracking the stuff from between where it is and the rail construction office. That is absolutely the most efficient and best, easiest, simplest way to do it. Even the gravel. Hello, there we go. So here doesn't look like too bad a place. We're just going to have to do some temporary rail hookups for it regarding here this. And as usual, I suppose it will have to follow traffic rules. Although it will be a bit bothersome to get it across here. Yes, but if we were to build it out here, it's too far away. Here I have reserved for a stadium. Don't know about a stadium. But here is not a bad place. It's just a little bit of electrical wire in the way. But they don't have anything to do nowadays. So around here. So I think here could be quite a good place actually. Couldn't it? Yes, it could. Yes. We'll have a railroad construction office. Cannot build due to infrastructure. That would be a bit of power line. How much is pulling through here? Not very much. So nothing super critical will be without electricity. I think the university might well be without electricity for the moment, and a couple of thousand of people. but I'll get it back pretty soon. I'm doing my best. I will do my best here to get it back as soon as possible. Well, now there are a few houses in the way here, but no one is living in them. So I don't think that anyone will mind if here though people are living. Oh, I'm terribly sorry there to have disconnected that. Yes, construction, odd, large. We could build a stock. We could, but then again, no. We're having this, and are we having it here? Yes, we are. The only problem is that it will be very difficult to get a truck aggregate unloader in there. Yes, it would be very difficult. That needed quite a lot of terrain adjustment. I just wonder what that will make, what that will mean regarding the ability to get a rail connected. And the power line. We will do the power line after the rail line. This is only a few people without electricity. That's alright. I wonder if it will do this. No, we'll not. We'll do cheap cheap railway here, wood based. They need planks and gravel and steel, and not a lot of steel. There. Yes, there's where we want to go. And the same thing in this way, in this direction. Too steep of a descent, too much of everything, too bad to weather, and what else? Yes? Yes. These they will not mind or care about what's going on here, I don't think, before they send the vehicle out. And once they make it here, they are on their own turf for a while. You have a red, I might have messed something up. Start that. Did I connect something now that was not previously part of the same block? No, I did not. This is the same block as this. But so is... alright, so is this now. Here, we need something. Like so, and like so, for example. That do anything? No, there is still more needed. Okay, here. Yes, and here. Okay, that didn't do anything neither. Here. Here. We're just going to have to do like plenty of it, at least where it connects to things. And also for the construction vehicles to be able to work efficiently, we're going to want to do this at these places as well. Like here. And here. And you'd most likely want some of these to be chain signals in order for this to work flawlessly, but I don't expect it to work flawlessly. It won't. These are a bit important, I think, too. Yes. And here. Yes, here. There we go, and also where it connects over here, and the silly, the little slalom thing. Yes, this bit. It already has. Okay. What about here? Yes, it has that too. They have already started building on it. Right. Why then? What's going on? This should not be an issue. I heard a train moving. Maybe they have got going now. You are waiting here because you have a red light. I would suppose you would want to continue now your journeys. Yes, you're going to Trirov. You're going back to the oil refinery. How much food in total? 960,000. That's not great. So you want to do something like this. You want to go out here and then here. Well, I see that's not going to be possible for the moment. You're just going to have to wait. But now trains are rolling again, so that's a good thing. Yes, you have been standing along for quite a while. We can tell by the aggressiveness of your acceleration. There's another train coming. Okay, they're moving again. I think that means it works. More or less. Here, somewhere, there should also be something. We'd have to have it here. And this one will have to be removed very shortly. But still. Very shortly. Yes, this will have to be constructed first, if it's possible. I don't know. There is no gravel, you say, but there is a dumper, but it's stuck, and I don't know if I care to bother. Yes, it's because it's trying to get this dump in here, and it can't. And then behind it, there's a bus of workers, which also are supposed to get in here and help with getting the gravel off and everything. But that's not going to work, so we'll do that. How many people can walk to here? Not a lot. Only from here. And here, I would suppose. Yes, we have plenty of workers for the railway. Very nice. And we could even get... No, we could not get that railroad construction office occupied in Sernakova because they don't exist anymore. They burnt it to the ground, unfortunately. Well, there was no one there. So, no big issues. Is everything alright here? 26 workers, sounds like quite a small amount. Are you starving or something? What's going on? 21,000. We're not doing great. We are diminishing in the people. Satiation. Wonder if this is the meat situation. Or has that been resolved? It has not been resolved by any means. And it's not... It is for a lack of livestock as well. It is for a lack of everything. But you are producing, but not quick enough. There is only one thing for it. And that is that, yes, this is exactly the bus I wanted. This is now currently the food work line from Hansasino. You will be this sounds a bit grim, but it's the butchers from Hansasino. Hansasino. Yes, new stop. There we go. And Hansasino bus platform don't stop at Swage anymore. And here we'll get quite a few more in here. Not maybe that much more, come to think of it, because we want There aren't many people in the livestock farm. They don't have... The livestock is the problem. Not the workers, not the butchers. So they should not have been called the butchers. Anyway, doesn't matter. As long as I said to go to the bus stop. They will go both to the livestock farm and to the butchers. Yes. There were very few workers in here. I wonder where that is. See if there is a catastrophe brewing around here somewhere. No meat. I mean that's. No one can get meat at the moment. I'm sorry. That's the way it is. You will not starve. You can be vegetarians for a while. This. You're still not done with this. No. They're not. And I have been upgrading some roads at various places. And just checking here that it hasn't caused any severe incidents. Now they have food, they have everything, they just don't have any meat. Actually, someone does, Sayov does. Maybe. Yes, but we could get this rail construction office to help. Yes. We have workers in here. That's not the intention. But since we do, might as well put them to work with the things such as this. And really what we'd want here is this. We would try and make it interfere as little as possible. These we'll put back later. Which one did you send? None. Is there a problem? No, there isn't. Why aren't you going? Because I haven't clicked this yet. There we go. That's got them going. Now what did you send? This one. Okay. Very nice. Yes, and the construction vehicle then that I was talking about would be, laying crane, UK 25, or this one. It must be this one. Extended. I don't know which one it is. No, it looked like this. That's not the one. This is too cheap. Okay, well that's stock. That's the one I've had before, so it has to be this one. No, it's this one. This one's what it is. Yes. Railway crane. Big, expensive. And so on. That ought to do it a bit, and the Oskarshamn has already started on their project, their bit of the project, and here have they perhaps started working on the rail construction office. Yes, they have. We should get a better road in here for them. quite where we'd put it though. I'm not exactly certain. Maybe through here. Or through here. That will mess less with the trolley buses. Not sure. No, there is a building in the way. Yes, that's not going to work then. This does not need to be trolley bus road. But it's impossible to downgrade road. Yes, we're going to have to interfere a bit with that. That's how it is. Yes. There we are. Get that built. And I think that we should also have a distribution office keeping this supplied. Maybe. Try. We'll see what happens. It might work. It might just work. Where do you put that then? Well, we have a distribution office here that is hooked up or connected to things. Yes, but you need one. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You have, and you need 1, 2, 3. 4. That would work then. Yes, it would. Sources of fuel. A source of fuel is already available. Maybe we should try using a distribution office for this then. We're going to get dumpers for. We cannot have dumpers for the distribution office, can we? I don't think that... Yes, we can have dumpers for the distribution office. Okay, then. Right, how much was this? That was 3 million, I think. Stop it! Second time this year. Damn it. 3 million, wasn't it? For that, let's head down to Oskarshamn here to check it out. Where is it? It's here. Yes, here it is. By vehicle or mechanism. Yes, 3 million. How many? You're just about finished with another one of these. How many, for example, of these locomotives does it take to fill an order of 3 million rubles? Not many. But I think that we're selling a bit of the trucks. That's what we're doing. And do we have? Yes, we look at this. We have. You don't do anything. So if you do this then, and go from here and load up vehicles, then you go to eastern border. There, unload. Get going. How to get? Yes, you can click that. That's how you do it. Where did? Yes, the money went to auto building a bit of the railway construction office by mistake. I regret this mistake. What's it? 1.5 hours. God damn it. Yes, I think that we're coming up on a little break. think let's just see how much one of these is worth. And then when we come back, we might see how far they've gone and they've come on the railroad. Barring, of course, no serious issues regarding the food situation. Yes, I was thinking if I should buy some more or build some more open cars. You know, just cause. Cargo buy. No, build. Yes. And there was something else I was having on the mind here. Yes, of course. Look here. At the train museum. The prefab panels train is actually parked up in here now, and I think that we should get that back in motion. Since building a railroad takes a lot of prefab panels. And we're also going to use a bit of boards, but I think that we can suffice with what we have for a while. But you, however, you can get to business, because your services will be needed. And I did close down now the one that we were following. Here it is. How many did we get? 4. And that's worth 1.2 million rubles. Okay, a few of these then will do it. Yes, we definitely need more open cars, because this we can't have. We need something properly long. And what you'd want is to have a bit longer open cars, actually, for this purpose. For steel, these are very efficient. But for vehicles, I think even these trucks, you can get 2 of them onto something like the longest one, whichever that is. If it's this one or if it's that one. Yes, it ought to be this one. It's the one you can carry the most stuff. 2.3 million rubles. What the hell? It's another 2 trips with the current train. Or 1 trip with something like this. Of course, red. Yes, the plan has been laid out as it stands, and with that I shall be right back. And we resume on the 1st of January of 1919. It's an old habit. Yes, it was an old habit to break the first time around as well, and so is it this time. It is very quiet here. It's incredibly quiet. Shall we take the moment then to... no. The reason it is incredibly quiet is because of another thing. This is because this thing, if you do this, it's not so quiet anymore. For some reason this thing is standing still, which is probably hurting quite a bit. You have a red for some reason. Oh, you're not cut off from here. Has everything gone to crap here with this? I don't know. That didn't help. Why is there a construction sign here? It's because that one. That I don't think shall affect you. No, it's just because it's red. And why is it red? I mean, there aren't really that many trains in here. There's only one construction train. And, well, fine, screw it. What are you trying to do here, and why is it difficult? It was very little that you wanted to do. First of all, yes. And they have a passenger car as well. This I like. Very nice thinking. It doesn't really do anything game-wise, but it's yes, we think of the workers. Yes, we do. And click. That was a different one. As I'm scrolling instead of zooming. There we go. And we also need a little bit of. Let's just get in a bit closer here and see what's going on. And see what's what. Now everything is red. Of course it is. That's the way it is going to be. How much? 46 workers. That's good for one of these. Yes, obviously the money came in from exporting, selling a bit. How did you get in here? This may not end well. Oh, you could just clip through. How very handy. Yeah, maybe the wooden-based railway is insulated. It doesn't conduct electricity. Yes, but even though it's just it's not the rail itself. The railway is still, iron, steel. Yes, the iron road, järnvägen. Yes, the iron road. It's a literal translation from my native language here. The iron road. It's pretty nice. The iron road, isn't it? I think it works. The iron way. That doesn't work quite as well. Iron road. Yes. It will do. Or railway or railroad will also do. However, now it is blocking. I think that you will be allowed the luxury of doing that for a while. Now, if we put a signal here, let's just see what's going on with you. Oh, you're empty. You're heading back. How much do they have in Beatus? 68 tons. They are never satiated in Beatus. Damn it. How much food do they need? And also I think that we're waiting for a bit. All the time. Yes, we'll keep this around. Like so. And Husqvarna Warehouse, how are you doing? Oh, you have actually gone down a bit. Our first locomotive. As you're standing, I thought so. You're standing and wait. But Husqvarna, you will do fine. You will do excellently here. And for some reason, all of these are absolutely fine. Yes, it might be because it is first into the warehouse and we never have time enough to let the other train load up properly. No, we don't. For how long are you going to be blocking here? You think? Let's go on a warehouse. Keep an eye on the food situation. How much food in total? 850 tons. We like to see this above 1,000. Above 1,000. Yes, about 150 tons or so more at Beatus is what we want to see. We need some music here. We'll start with this. And of course also here, whilst watching the construction going on. Fagerhult. And I noticed Fagerhult, yes, first of all. There we go. Cheers. It says a natural beer, wild by nature is how I do the literal translation. Ett naturligt öl vilt av naturen. But I noticed on the others, on the opposite side of the can, they also have made their own interpretation. I don't know if this has been here before. A genuine lager, wild by nature. Genuine. Naturligt. Genuine. Oh, maybe, I suppose, if that's what you mean. Wild by nature. Well, we agree on that. Okay. I think the signal was just silly before, or something. We could have, couldn't we have a chain signal here? Wouldn't that work? That should allow them to move, perhaps. Someone should be allowed to move. Red. Yes, you're crossing here, but you know, I don't understand this. There is something. Something is the matter here. Yes, this is delimited. Here, okay. Would that be a problem? Why? No. I don't get it. Green. No, red. Red. You should be blue. Yes, you should be blue, and so should you. Because you can go on your merry way. Look here. You want to go. Continue on there, down there. Look here, this is what you do. You just go follow the here. Yes, you're even on the right track and everything. You take a left. Oh, but this thing maybe... No, that doesn't... There are no trains in here. But that did it. There is a train in here. This train is in there. Indeed, it would just about have fixed itself, though. Yes, they complicate. These here block signals, or what you call them, I mean, simple, but still complicated and a bit annoying sometimes. I think we should remove this. I like to see the trains, moving through the intersections and through the infrastructure. Remove tree. Remove tree. Should we have some sort of decoration here, maybe? Construction. I'm not getting a road out to here. Oh. Now things are moving again. Very good. Electronics you're bringing. Lovely. And here come you again. Prefabs, very good. I think they need them here, or are going to. Very much, pretty much now. Yes. I started using the prefab panels. Now, I think that this train is, yes, it carries about twice the amount of workers as does my other long-range big construction thing. Which is not bad. That makes a big difference for building the rail. There we go. Now that we got you out there. I don't know how much stuff it carries though. But you see this is very good. 40 workers out of 65. I think that it can take more than 40 workers, can it not? Yes, 40. And here, the rail construction office thing. Oh, it's the same amount. Good. Very good. We have people streaming in here on a quite regular basis, which could mean mean that we get this done. Now, right, this is not connected to the rest of the network at all. No, it isn't. Because I do think that I have some spare construction vehicles down here. Spare? Well, it's something that could be quite handy. Yes. Like one of these, for example. And then we can have this when it comes to doing the long-range things, hopefully. Well, let's see what's going on here. Okay, you have... yes, you're blocking a bit. We'll keep you around and remember what we're going to do with you. Red, you say? Why? There is no one here. And I have forgotten to place a signal here. Oh, yeah, that was a long way. No, I haven't. Okay, then I don't really understand this. You know, it seems broken. It's still the same, though. Yes, but there is no one in here. And you're not, I have not touched you to that bit or something. No, but here there is plenty of stuff going on. Yes, and here I've also forgotten to put in a switch. Or not. Yes, I have. Oh, that means we get to fix that. Very good. About here. Do we... That's really what we wanted. Yes, it is. Because these are one way. No, they're not one way. These are two way. Indeed, they are. But for now, they are construction things. And that just means that we need to close them off a bit. There we go. Yes, now something can be in here working. And something can be a long way over here. Yes. We'll do this for now. And we can fix that when they get there. Oh, they won't get there on... Oh, I've already done that bit. Okay. Good. Now we can start hauling this one. We can't start hauling this one up here yet. Railway crane. Because it is not connected to the network yet. Apparently this. Yes, it is. Here, it has built its own. Perfect. But can you really make it there though? No, exactly. You're connected, but it doesn't... it's not possible to actually do it. But you make it all the way to here, you claim. But this is not finished, you know. You need to use finished railway. such as this bit. But construction is not assigned to construction office. Yes, I would like you to do that then. If you wouldn't mind. Or we'll do a temporary thing. We can build a temporary thing. Yeah, let's do this. Do not auto-search for the moment. And we'll do something sneaky. Something very sneaky. From here. If we could. We might not be able to, but from here. Yes, from here we can. Yes. There we go. Get that in the pipe. And as soon as you're in, we can go start working on that. Because you're not... okay, so you can do that too. There you go. Do this bit. And in the meantime, let's go just have a check here that you are not causing severe issues. That is... Oh, you already gone... You already went in here? Or what? Yes, I didn't... Did I tell you one of the active duty ones to do it? I don't know. No, I didn't. This is a different one. No, wait a minute here. Huskvarna, yes, here. You're heading to Huskvarna. But you are not in the right place. I can tell you that. What are you doing here? Let's hope that not a regular train gets the idea to go in here. I am quite impressed with the amount of space that they've covered so far. Well, okay, it is not that much, but it is something. And, okay, I see. You were not in the depot, maybe when I asked you to go. Go here. You ought to figure that out. Because this much must be possible. And then, wasn't the original one possible too? That might be why. That was probably it, you know. But yeah, what are you gonna do? Now I forget. Did we do one of these? Yeah, yes, we did. Yes, I get paranoid now. You know, I don't want to miss out on that. What do we have? Bricks, boards, empty. Yes, you're the vehicle exporter. What's it called? Pengabringaren. Yes, the money bringer. Cash bringer. Huskvarna is actually quite low on food. Are we slowly getting ourselves into a catastrophe here? Or what's going on? Are you people behaving now? No, you're not. You are also low on food. What's the matter? I think that we don't have enough workers in the food factory. That's what's happening. And why would that be? 92. It's not bad, but then again, the trains are spending very much of their time in here. because we have 2 trains now. But yes, and what's this? Alcohol deliverer. Okay. Are you the alcohol train? Yes, coming back now. You're actually using a bit of it in the meantime here. But 72 workers, God damn it, we're going to need more workers in the food factory. One way could be to, could we turn down the clothing production? No, I don't think so. We don't have a stockpile. Not here anyway. How are we doing all over the place in total? 172 tons, it's not that much. Might sound like a lot. But yes, it is quite a bit. But then it's not super much. Super a lot. No. You see, this is very poor. Where are you from? Molna. Oh, 18 workers. This is not Molna. Well, a bus just left. And you're also going to the food thing. And I don't know what to tell you. Well, these are at least leaving at a good amount of workforce. How is Molna? How are you doing? Well, the food is not perfect. Therefore, the happiness is not perfect, and that makes them pack up and leave here on the hard citizen reaction quite easily. They don't tolerate a whole lot, like nothing. Is what they tolerate when it comes to food availability. I mean, they're not even hungry, especially not these people. Actually, the food in Molna is not bad. Molna does not have a food problem. What's the problem with Molna? Why are you unhappy here? You're without job, but that doesn't make you unhappy usually. Sickness. What is? Is it? Let me see here. No, the lifespan is high. The thought I had was the asphalt plant is right here, and I mean we've been paving quite a bit of the roads around here. Isn't there a pollution monitoring station here around somewhere? Around here somewhere. Seriously, there has to be one. No. Molna doesn't have a pollution monitoring station. I don't believe it. You're getting one, I can tell you that. Pretty much instantly here. That's equipment for citizens. Can we get rid of some of these? Yes, we can. Pollution monitoring station. Should we have it in the center? Or close to the center? That ought to cover most of the population. Here? I mean, that's pretty good real estate. Here. Yes. And trying to construct this from the resources is will just cause problem. Now this we ought to be able to do. Railway crane. Yes. Western food train. Are we going to have to send you off again? I really would like to get this filled. Yes, but then Husqvarna is starting to run low. 32 tons. And it takes a long time to get up to Husqvarna, and they are a lot of people. But the Husqvarna train isn't in yet. Where is that then? That's the first locomotive. And that's the second locomotive. That would be the first locomotive. Okay, it's heading to Husqvarna. Very good. It's on the way. 120 kilometers an hour. Very good. 108 tons of food. Yes, Beatus then. How? 14 tons. Yes, but you're a bit more tolerant. You can be without for a little while because they have an enormous shopping center in Hansasino and only a small shopping center and also a very small population. I still think they have, yes, in old Sayov. They are 2000. Well, they have gained. Saliga is dwindling again. What's going on now? Food is good. Health is good. Clothing is good. What are you grumpy about? Should we go and have a look, maybe? I don't know. We need to send the train to Beatus. Yes, but I think we'll wait until it's empty. To try and get as many as possible. Yes, this is also for some reason filling up again. Even though the third farm is not yet delivering its crops here. And this is lugging a brand new boxcar around. That's also annoying. But I can never get enough food into the warehouse to get the breathing room to send this to a depot and have that fixed. Should we get you going? No, they're not out yet. Well, I can sit around here for a while longer. How is Molna doing? Could we get away with getting to the train depot after this stop? Molna is doing decent. Are we catching up with the meat? Not really, but at least there aren't any trucks waiting in here. The meat situation has been really terrible because I wanted to upgrade here a road, yes, and didn't really notice that it blocked here. That was a bit important for workers getting here, and then I built this, but then that was about half an hour in game time. As the citizens here experience it. That amount of time before the road was finished. Anyway, however, that lent to many a truck standing here in a queue. Lent many a truck standing here in queue. I don't think you can. That's correct. Doesn't feel quite right. Swage Food Factory. Oh, what are you doing? A colleague, you are not allowed. She knows very well. Pardon, here. Don Saliga. I think we need to go and have a look at Don Saliga. When they run out, which they are about to do, we will take the train here and send it. Not to the Swage Food Factory. To Don Saliga. Here is where we send it. Yes, there we go. Western food train. No, Don Saliga. How are you doing? You don't have any meat. Sorry, but that's life. Sometimes it's not. You have electronics here, but you don't have electronics in the shop. Why would that be? Why would that be? Because we don't have a vehicle doing it, really. Doesn't also, haven't I fixed this already? Seriously, they have never had. We can trust these because the people have been moved in. Well, maybe that's the case. It might be the case. It might well be the case that around here somewhere is a truck that was taking electronics to the shopping center in Osalia. Katzinshad. Nothing. No, but it doesn't matter. We will take here. God damn it! It's not supposed to crash the game when the vehicle is in the depot. Arg! It's not supposed to do that. Yes, let's see what we get with the autosave. Maybe we'll do a break. What is the time here? Maybe we'll do a break. That's very, very awful. 19. Oh, you know what? It's this is almost ridiculous. Is what this is. Because we missed the autosave by mere seconds. Not many, even. That's tough. That is a bit tough. And with the memory being what it is, what the hell have we been doing for the last 10 minutes? Have we been doing anything or have we just been fooling around with things? I don't know. There might be a little bit of things to take care of. We'll see, the loading time is immense. What is this? It should not be this long. Right, we are hovering above Molna for some reason. The 25th of January. What was it? I don't know. 10 minutes. It's 1.5 weeks or something. What has happened? I am a bit... let's check the basics. What's going on here? Well, at least this is fixed. That which was probably unnecessary is being done. Yes. No, it is not necessary. Do we have a confused train out here somewhere? A train's confused construction train, that is. Oh, you are yet to be confused. But you will be. Or you won't need to be, in fact, because this time we can take the correct thing from the start. Such as this one. Or this one. No. You want that one around here. As you come up to here. But we'll wait for this to be finished. It is finished. Perfect. Oh, no question marks or exclamation points or other silly business. Now, you give up, dear colleague. Please give up and be at your place over here. Yes, very good. The railway crane. It is heading here now. I hope it makes wise decisions regarding the route. Is this working to supply this place with a distribution office? I don't know, the amount of steel in here is not great. And you are supposed to be keeping it at this corner rail construction office, storage percent 90%. Indeed. Why not try and do that then? You don't have enough open house maybe to keep up. And now we're getting another one. What, are you already here? You cannot already be here. Or is it but you're not heading here? Where are you? That's not really possible. I suppose it has magical powers or something. It can teleport. If it would only go out on and do some work. This is the big one. Yes, why isn't it out working? Because this is not auto-searching for I am properly confused as always. There we go. Get going. 3 things at once. Where do you start? I think that the distribution office here is going to need a bit more open house. We only have space for... we have many cupboards. Yes, we're trying to get the same distribution office to do both. The shopping stuff and everything, and food. And also petroleum. Yes, maybe we should get another one up here on the hill. You think it's possible? It might be. Let's see if we can do something here. Medium distribution office, no. Large rail construction office, no. But you will have to be over here. Yes. Are you stupid today? Yes. It would appear so. Okay. Can we here maybe? Yes, that will be a little bit of a detour, but at least there is enough space available. Oh, it doesn't have to be a detour. It could go down here and cause all sorts of incidents with the town traffic. I'm using the terrain randomizing tool, not what we want. We want this. Only 2 bulldozers. That's not going to be quick. It's going to be painfully slow. I think I have more excavators, and therefore, yes, that's more like it. Just dig upwards, dig up, no difficult. No, but we fill in the different various things here. There we go. Storage. I don't think we'll get a big one in here. Need flat terrain. Can't build due to infrastructure, but need flat terrain. Okay. I don't suppose we can fix that for you. No, we can't. We cannot. It will have to be... you can either not build due to infrastructure or you need flat terrain, so it's hopeless. One of these... Yes, we'll get one of these to help with... oh, that's a bit... Would be a bit difficult to get that road onto it. No, we'll keep that on for now. Yes, at times like these, this tool is working. Could we afford to upgrade this? You know what, I think we could. That's a road vehicles depot, as long as it doesn't catch fire. Just in case it would. Overlaps with what? There's a power line. Yes, and here there's a construction office. And here there are more power lines, and here there is a mud path leading up to the motherland calls. There we go. Yes, here, there we go. Now that will be a little while, and we are actually in a bit greater and quicker need of these here things. So I think that we'll get the help of some more. We need both prefab panels and steel. That will be I've used plenty of these. I don't dare use these because they may cause trouble by blocking parking spaces and entrances and such. So you're going to go from this thing to this thing, and you had now one could. I don't know what I was doing before. We're doing this now. I was daddying around with the food train. I seem to have forgotten all about it. Cannot be really affording to be doing that. Load steel. Do not unload. Load steel. Go there. Unload steel. Get going. Go here. Same place. Yes, same place. Here. Don't do any of this stuff. What have you been doing? Prefab panels factory. Okay. I hope that we have... what is this? A prefab panel something. Oskarshamn road vehicles depot. Nothing. Don't do that. Come here. Load up on the prefab panels and unload on those as well. There we go. Yes, food. Food, 882 tons. Is Beate's warehouse even on here? No, it's not. Our first locomotive. No, that's not that. That's not the one. Western food locomotive. It is standing at the warehouse. Beate's warehouse is out. Okay, we should be sending you on your way. Definitely. But you managed to get 161 tons of food on board. That's very good. First locomotive, they are doing fine. Molna, how are you doing? Okay. That's what you're doing. Okay. Still hauling around that brand new thing. Yes. The food situation might be under control then, I don't know. Swage warehouse. Yes, we're going to go and have a look. Missing livestock. Okay. Yes, we have a few workers in here. We could maybe have a few more. And we could quite possibly have a few fewer in here. Because there's not really that many that are needed. It's more needed here. Although they have 13 tons in the export. Can we have more of these? No. These are not very quick, these forklifts. Well, they're not supposed to be. We're not supposed to be driving them great distances, such as these. No, but that it is what it is. Here, I think so. Yes, we're building up on the oil again. Significantly decreased the number of workers here. Tredov warehouse. Chemicals are out again. That's because the nuclear fuel is going like crazy. We're going to have to get rid of some bitumen soon, because we'll soon be full. Then again, we don't need to produce any fuel really for a while. No. No, it's all pretty decent here. No workers. It's not quite pretty decent here though, because everyone has left. Which is not good. It isn't that noticeable on the thing, but everyone has left. Absolutely everyone. What happened? They probably ran out of food. But here, though, people are doing very good. Beata's warehouse. Where are you going? Yes, you are. Did they run out of food? Because they have more sources than one for food. I don't know what happened. And it's completely deserted. And it's not like we have an enormous amount of for the adult children there living with their parents. But what we do have is a city here of great population. Is it not? 7,107. That's quite a lot more than we need. Here, for example, there are 7 workers without job. Here as well. Oh, I did not fix that. Right, that should be fixed now because this is not good. And these residential buildings are without power supply as well, aren't they? No, they are managing to cope. The hospital is also okay. Only the university. Well, they have redundant power supply. These, not these. Neither here. Right. I think that this has higher priority. Alvaret can wait a bit. We are sort of, getting by without them for the moment. It wasn't that long. No, it's right there. Now, if you wouldn't mind building this one as quickly as possible, you know. Even though I have neglected it for quite a while now. But there you have it. Vehicles are related and coming. Good. Quite why you would choose to go out in the same direction there as your colleague, I don't know why. I mean, there's a perfectly good railway waiting to be built this way. And you're going to have an issue. And also, some semaphore here should be removed. We can remove this. The artist warehouse, you now have plenty of food. I don't think that we can forget about you still quite yet though. Yes, there we have a problem. There you go. Who's going to win? Yes, the useful one. Very good. Having that as a change signal did not work then. That should work. Yes, now you're going out in that direction. Very, very good of you. It is red. It won't be. About now it should be green. About now. No, there's something else. This is a mess. Yes, I think that you are colliding with yourself because of this one. No. Okay. Because of this one. Yes, you are. Don't know how to do that, how to fix that, and without it we're going to have issues, other issues. That is... Okay, could one do something like this? No. You got a red. How can you have a red going that direction? You can't. Try and get up to here. You cannot place a semaphore there. Need there. This is too short a distance to place a semaphore. You can place one there though. You brought a reasonable crane here to do this little... but at least it's going too quickly, so I'm not complaining. I'm definitely not complaining at this. That's how you're supposed to do it. Show them how it's done. You have electricity back. Yes, all the workers without job here. You know what? We have plenty of work to do. Let's just see, is everything okay here? Rating 70%. Why aren't you working at the television station? Because you can't or something. I don't know. Current workers, Husqvarna Rail Construction Office, yes, whatever. Flats, Husqvarna Allvaret, yes. We get to move here now, not here. No, here. This used to be such a prosperous town. What happened? I sincerely wonder what happened. No, two stubborn people will not move. Fine, you can stay. Yes, get all moved in here. Come on. Or don't. Either is fine. And they were doing so well. Uh, 15 sellers at the shop. Was that not enough for... Yes, it must have been enough. No, I don't think it was that. The Western food train. Ah, you're back at the... no, you're on your way back to the food thing. But there should be... In this warehouse, we don't have... We have food now. I mean, terrible food is really the only thing that can so severely impact a town. Let's see if we can make heads or tails of this. Was it this here? No, it must have been. Okay. I mean, it wasn't terrible. Maybe it was locally. Somewhere. Yes, that would have been very local in that case, since it was only here. Yes. But there you have it. What's Piot's warehouse? How much food do you have? 115 tons. I think that if I would have been a little bit more on my toes here, we could have gotten you out to a train depot. Speaking of which, what's going on out here? At the train factory. Oh, we're building locomotives again. How many boxcars do we have? 2 more. With 1 extra. Yes, that's plenty. Yes, friends. I'm going to take a little break and be right with you. Yes, and we resume here in the very, very messy situation with these here trains. I don't know what, but you know, all of these signals that I've tried to, it doesn't work. That's the gist of it. I don't know what, just go about your business. You should be fine. You have question marks somehow, but you don't anymore. That is good. You're going out. Okay. What are you doing then? Hello. Gravel. Okay, and then we have 2 short ones. Alcohol train. Better hurry up. Mechanical components, yes, very important. There could even be a queue on the other side of this. Yes, well, not a queue, but a clothing train. Yes, and pretty soon the food train is going to make its way out here. Yes, what was I thinking here? This is going to cause also all sorts of problems. Maybe. We shall see. We shall see what we get while we're here in the silence. There we go. Yes, and a little bit of music maybe to get us going, get us continued, we shall say. Continued, yes, cheers. There's quite a bit left of this Fagerhult, you know. Yes. Yes. Let's see here what we have. Construction has stopped. That's okay. Doesn't need to do anything there right now. But the traffic up here is a little bit of a problem. Oh, there are many question marks here. What has happened? Start or build ending is not finished. Start or end building is not connected with the road. Why would that be? What are you doing down here? What's... Yes... okay, this is not working well at all. This is, you know... This is simply not working. Here... yes... Husqvarna warehouse. Right. Let's see, the gravel. Okay. The gravel. That's really important stuff here on the railroad. Where the gravel is important. We're building apparently. Yes, we're building railroad, obviously. When things are not standing completely still. But you still have question mark. Yes, it is. You know, it's here. You have been able to go here since forever. This should not affect you. And yes, we have this thing intersecting you here, but I mean that should not bother you. But wrong. Yes, right currency. But if it does, no difference. Turn you around and have you think about it. See what happens. Starter and building is not connected with road. Yes, it is. Or is there a semaphore preventing this maybe? But then it's not that message. Yes, here, unless the tree is... no. What then? What then? What then? Yes. You can go. There is no issue here. Still quite okay. We're definitely going to want one there, but this should not be a problem for you. It just shouldn't be. Yes, I don't know if this here rail construction thing was worth it. Very expensive, 3 million rubles, and it's not working out too well so far. But it may be my fault, but here it is working. Yes, just that it's... For some reason they keep sending, the construction office keeps sending them out in the same direction. I don't understand why. I mean, you're supposed to do this way. Oh, you are not set to build far away enough, or what? This is assigned, but they're not working on it. Okay. Here. Okay. I see. That's the issue then. That's why you get into trouble. You're doing two things in this direction simultaneously. You'll have to figure it out somehow. It disappeared. That's handy. Now you want to go this way. Thank you. Very nice. Where is the... Right, you see this train is in now. Oh, hello, windows. There's many windows. This signal is red. Yes, because you want to go to... you want to go to the warehouse. You have boxcars. You're going to the warehouse. Or you're trying to pass through, maybe. No, Husqvarna. No, if you're passing through, you're not going to be here. Yes, you are. You can go there, but you're not. You have red. They all have red. Yes, it is still... is this one. It's this one. You know, I wanted the entrance to be... yes, exactly. I want the entrance and exit for these to be, you know, properly fenced off. So that they can do their business in their own free time. But then they started work on two things in the same direction there at the same time, and then sort of a little problem occurred. But still, I have this going on, and I'm betting I have a rail crossing some other rail somewhere which I have not considered. This one, for example, where does this go? It goes down here, but here there are semaphores. Okay. Here there is plenty of space, but where do you want to go? You're going to the warehouse of Husqvarna. Where you can go. Which you can't, because there is something wrong somewhere. Isn't this thing? No. If it doesn't solve the problem, then remove it, you know. No, there is already one here. As for the rail construction office. Here. No, didn't do anything. Okay, that did something. What was that? That allowed you to go. Yeah, of course it did. No. This is not proper. No. Now we're fooling them, I think. Yes. But you see, this was possible. And this should be possible. I can't see why not. Right, it's... I am perplexed. It might be staring me straight in the face, but I cannot see at the moment. Or there is just something impossible that I'm trying to do. And it didn't do anything as well it shouldn't. No. But you see it green there. So it's this block that is the offending party. Yes. What the hell is going on here? Seriously, what is going on here? You know, that doesn't do anything. No. Out here there isn't anyone, so it shouldn't matter how it's set. Here we're not going to place anything. There's not supposed to be anything. This thing is suspect, of course, but you cannot place them for there. But then again, it is wardened off here, or what you call it. Remove these, make it a bit easier to comprehend, maybe. Well, this should be a chain signal, actually. So you're a bit clever about when you can go in and not. No, this was just for this we can remove if this is causing any of the issues here that we're having. Just in case. I don't think it is, but just in case. That was just to get one in here. You have red. You really not ought to have a red. No, it's not this one, because there is one here. No. No. This is ridiculous. We must have something to pass the... There we go. Make this a bit more bearable, maybe. Turn up the volume a bit so you can hear if any train starts going. But they're all idling. You're confused. Yes, that's because it's been so long, I think. Start or end building is not connected to the road, but it is. You don't want to go through here, but you want to use the old thing. There's nothing wrong with it. This is all going to hell. I'm going to pay for all this then. Because, I mean, people are going to start starving. I'm going to have to bite the bullet and swallow the pride. People are not going to die because of this. We still have 50 tons in here. We could, well, but I've tried everything by now, you know. Well, we could do this. We could remove this one. That will get you going, in a way. And see if that also resolves. Yes, you had a problem going in there. We should have the signal here on this side of the track, shouldn't we? Yes, it's blue. It's now red. Yes, you're not allowed to cross there now. Seems reasonable, since you are passing over there. Yes, that's the way it works. Okay. Yes. You're not allowed to pass. Still not allowed to pass because he is there. There, he's clear. And now maybe a useful train got to go. Well, not that you're not useful, but these are actually quite important. Not this one. But the food train. We might still have time to save the day. But all of you, well, not you, mechanical components, you can definitely skip this place this time around. Mechanical components, yes. Clothing, I think that we should keep you. And here is the food train, fully loaded. I think that we're going to make it. If the situation is resolved, that is it? 46 tons, yes, we still have time. They are moving. Should get this a bit more quieter here, like that, yes. It is too connected to road. You're just confused about things. Okay, there is something a bit optimistic here, or something that is not a change signal, that ought to be a change signal. There is one. Yes, and okay. But I don't care. Well, it is the alcohol train. What are you doing? Electronics. Oh, great. Yes. Alcohol, they only have 4 tons. Yes, it might be getting a bit dry in Huskvarna this spring here, or yes, spring. Close this. Molnlam. You can go to change direction, and off you go. You can figure this out, I promise you. Yes, just do, the old-fashioned thing here, as you've always done. Just like that. Very nice. Let's hope the food train gets to go. You're moving out, that's also good. Might make way for the food train. Yes, it will make it here in time. How's the other ones? The other people doing? Katzinchad, Ternakova. Well, they're doing great because Katzinchad should be full of people, or have they also had some sort of catastrophe happen? No. But there are not enough workers to show the stats. That doesn't happen in Katzinchad. Hello? Or maybe it does. 2,805. No, they're doing great. And adult children. 3. Not more. Okay, no more. No meat. Still without the meat. Where is the beef? Come on. I know where's the beef? Where's the beef? Show me the beef here. Where is the beef? Okay. Plenty of livestock here. Plenty of livestock here. Not plenty of livestock here. I mean, I'll put a truck on this if I have to. if that's the bottleneck, you know what the bottleneck is, or what is adding to it, is that it is now also doing this thing. I think we can stop that for now, because we need, it's a bit more important, you can do this later, is manage forklift tasks, manage 40 years, håll chef, meat storage 2, not unload, meat storage 3, not unload. Right. Then again, there are no trucks in here at the moment, at least. That's something. Just until we're caught up on the meat situation, if we could ever be. Because there is just no meat. How much meat do we have in total? 236 tons. That sounds like a lot. Beatrice's meat storage is not used. It doesn't seem very much. Swedish meat storage 2. Okay, Swedish meat storage. Yes, that's these two right behind us. Here. And Husqvarna meat storage. 14 tons. Yes, so they're fine. But you know, Poloché, yes, they're doing good so far. But yes, those that do not have a local buffer are much more what should we call it? In the risk of them being suspect to some sort of disturbance in the flow of the resources and the availability of service is poor. So what's keep losing the train of thought here on and on, as I'm like, and I'm getting, you know, senile here in my olden days. Indeed, very much. No, I could not. I don't think so. No resources missing. Crops. Are crops the bottleneck now? But okay, but there's lots of livestock here. There is still only one truck on this, and I think that is a pretty old one at that. Here it is. Yes, it is. Maybe we should replace this. But we're not halting production in the meantime. No. We are doing a hot swap, or just we'll bring the other one online here before we retire the original one. Yes. We copy the schedule. Here, a yellow one. I think. Sounds pretty good. Road car station 2, load, road car station 2. Yes, unload. And eventually we'll get the other, whatchamacallit, truck. What the hell is it? This is getting annoying. Yes. Large rail construction office. You cannot help, I don't think, in any of the current endeavors that we're doing. No. If there would be anything that you could be doing, It is if we wanted to transport here, what do we call it? Torylstock. Torylstock. Yes, it is spaced out. God damn it. Sorry, I don't even know how long did that, how long was that? Yes, if there is anything you could be doing, it's building a railroad out to, was it that I was on about really? Or going to be talking about, yes, a railroad out to here. And not use a truck. I mean, it would be a bit lovely to yes, there is a lot of much radiation here in the thing. Anyway, building is without power supply. That's okay. That only lowers the risk of there being a fire. I'm not certain that I'm not even there saying this that road is cargo places for vehicles, yes, and are immune to fire. But no, it's I know I get damaged. It's going to catch fire. Yes, but one could set up a little town on the other side of the hill there, and a fire station not too far away. And I mean, it's not nice probably being those firefighters, but such is life. I mean, their families will be cared for very well. I mean, they will be cared for just as absolutely everyone else, but everyone is cared for very well, except when under the rare circumstance that there is a mishap on the railroad regarding the food delivery. But that doesn't happen very often, and it usually nowadays, it was a long time that it lasted any longer than nothing, than almost nothing. But allvaret, this is not allvaret at all. This is the nuclear fuel fabrication. They're missing chemicals again, and that, of course, now is not getting aided by the fact that allvaret is more or less devoid. It's not devoid. No, I moved people into a few of these, but not to all of them. 1,000. Okay, that did not move that many people in. But yeah, again, something must have happened here. What that was? Maybe some delivery trucks were stuck in traffic for some reason, such as this. For some reason such as this, you mean? Yes, exactly. For some reason such as this. This could do it. This would do it. Is what it would. Go to a depot. You are too long to be here. Typical American vehicle. Oversized. As one could also say that the infrastructure is oversized, or simply that The tool is not quite suited to the task here in that it is a bit too large. That is more on me than anyone else. Oh, they were really thirsty for some fuel here. It's the gas station. That's nice. Imagine if we could have this with the hospital and the ambulances. That will be something. Yes. Or maybe it is supposed to be that the hospital only has, one of the emergency possibility to receive one emergency ambulance at once. But that I'm not buying that because it's an enormous goddamn hospital that you have to build in a little city, a little town of like 500 people, or no 500, but 1500. Then it will scale up to thousands, but that's another story. How are you doing here, de saliga? Yes, no one lives. People lives. Oh, finally, the technical college is finished. I think you'll survive then. If we could just keep you fed. You have food. You don't have any meat. Would the truck have been stuck, maybe, at the meat for de saliga? You know what, I think that you were stuck in something. Or that you have gotten stuck behind this awful thing. Yes, these are not very nice. You really should overtake. How fast are you going? 94. You can do 110. This maximum speed, there is no one coming. Just go for it. You're not going to do an overtake. Maybe you feel that you are a bit too heavy. 25 tons. You have plenty of power. Although you are using 95%, okay. But you won't be now. There you go. I can make it with 15. That should be much more fuel efficient. If it makes a difference, I don't know. The goods, the electronics are still missing from de saliga. Didn't I fix that? What's going on with the road here? Oh, you're doing this, you're doing the mountain pass. That's what's going on with the road, it's a mountain pass. Pretty nice one. Yes, of course, it's a cement truck. It's going for the cement factory of Katzinchad. Do we dare look how Katzinchad is doing? We can use this too. Maybe. Need any of this? No, but... Oskarshamn Road Vehicles Depot. I was supposed to use these for something, or what? I was supposed to retire something. Yes, I was, but I don't know what it was. Unfortunately, no. Trains, ships, buildings, citizens and current location. Yes, then we were living preferences. Yes. Workers. I would like, both all able-bodied workers, whether they have university or not, children. Not that great. How's the health doing? 75%. Okay. How's the food doing? Very good. Excellent. How's the drink doing? I don't know. How's the culture doing? Pretty decent. Yes, that means that the electronics, radios, yes. But 127 here. 74 television. No, not that as many as one could have hoped for. But there you have it. Katinka is doing quite decently, but only 2 adult children, which is a bit worrying. Yes, did I forget about something catastrophic again here? Almost feels like I did. 3 workers in the steel mill. That is very, very poor. But I don't think that we need that much steel at the moment. We're not building anything. We're not doing such things. Yes, I did remove a I did remove a truck from the service here of filling up this gas station. Not that it will be a problem for a very long time, but I will forget. I don't have anything handy. And for some reason I don't have any tankers. No, they're all reassigned to distribution offices. Yes, would 1.7 million rubles wouldn't happen to buy me a license to build one, would it? I mean, I could be trading my vehicles here for licenses to build all sorts of things, I could. I wonder if this one is also too long to fit into regular parking spaces. Probably, being American and all. So we'll see if what about here? No offense, Americans, you have lovely vehicles. It's just not dimensioned for our roads here in wherever this is. Some sort of European thing. It is definitely East European. It will look like by looking at the architecture. Yes, looking at the architecture here, one could certainly say that this looks Eastern European. But we have tried and really keep as much of the old intact as possible. Yes, and we are proud of this fact. And all churches are intact, of course. And almost all cities have a church at the center of them, at the heart of them. Yes. So we made it well through the communism era, we think. Mechanical vehicle production line. Why do I have this here? Yes, that's why. Because we want to go here. and see. There's also a few buses I would like to be able to build, maybe. That wouldn't be bad. No, they might not be in here. We might have to do this. But there was refrigeration, that was the thing. Yes, it was refrigeration, that was the thing. Yes, but I'm really droning on this evening. You know, like ridiculous. This I'm trying to do a caricature of it, but it only makes it worse because it's actually as bad as it is. Yes, these are 1.5 million I could afford, but I don't want to be building these. These are not great. No. And the transport was 6 million. That's very expensive. Why am I buying a refrigerator? I don't know. Tanker. We have there's all sorts. There's all sorts of stuff. For example, there's about 92 kilometers now. That's a bit slow. Yes, we would like them the something. This. No. Here. No. Here, this tanker would be very nice. Yes, but we don't have. So we'll have to suffice with something Eastern. And a bit slow and a bit old and such. And a bit but this is not bad. But it isn't that quick, though. It's pretty nice. No. You're supposedly has 95 kilometers an hour. It's not very fast, but it's a little bit quicker than this one. Then again, this one has a larger engine capacity here. And it ought to be. Did I just do that? I suppose I did. Yes, 1.7 million. Not that bad. No, not that bad. Yes, and then when that gets finished, we can remember to assign that truck to do a little run here from the fuel thing to the thing. Yes, I only need one, I think. Yes, but that's a bit of the rubles gone. They were burning a hole in my pockets. Anyway. But one of those Transtars, you know, I don't even suppose I could afford buying one to try out. Just for, you know, for testing. Oil tank. 370, yes I can. What color should we have? Oh, yellow. Very nice. But there's only, okay. And now it looks like the KM said, you know, but I think we're not going to patent have this paint color scheme. That doesn't actually look too long. And this could be something to aspire to building here. These things. I mean, one economic. This is certainly a time to be investing in Russia, isn't it? If I recall correctly, it could be, or it could be a terrible time. You never know. It's yes, it's tragic as well, but it is also, you know. You never know. It's a very special place, as far as I understand. A bit wild somehow. But anyway, the Transstar. Yes, you're not going from down here. You're yes, you're going from here. all the way from here to here. Yes, wait until unloaded. We'll see if it works or not, or if it will cause some other famine or something. You know, anything could happen here in a traditional farming dictatorship. Although 25 workers at steel mill. It is a bit disappointing. And it is also a bit sad, of course, that Alvaret got completely deserted. And at this rate, it's going to take forever to regrow. So I think, well, then again, I don't think that we need this 6,661 tons of fuel and 9,150 tons of bitumen. That ought to last us quite a while. The oil storage is building up again. We could even take this down even further to focus our efforts on, yes, we'll just have a trickle, to focus our efforts on the chemical production here, because that we want to continue. Very important. Yes, now we see the old familiar here with all the things standing here waiting for chemicals. Up here, you cannot store. Okay, you have a surplus of things, but here you're missing chemicals. Then again, you use consumption 0.75 tons of chemicals per workday. That's 1.5 chemical plant running at full production. Well, so would this have to be, but then again, it is almost running at full production. Yes. Do we have buses coming here from anywhere other than Sayov? Sayov? No. Mercedes. Sayov. Hansasino. I think you can stop this. You're even a line, and we have two of these. Okay. You know what we can do? Is that we can take one of these and put on the worker line. The worker line, yes, the worker line of workers for the food industry. Yes, that farm we could bring online. Then again, we have somehow repopulated the grain storage. Yes, you go here instead. Yes, you get to work in the food factory now. Sayov, no. There, Hansasino. No, you can go. We can try and make you go to Schweiz here. But it's probably not going to work, by the way, because you have been sitting here for too long. 40 minutes, maybe not. I will see if it works, or we won't see. I will forget about it, most likely. Now I am getting so this you see the game here, even though I am completely zoomed out, it is, I was not imagining that was going on. That usually means that there's a fire or something, but we lost one citizen, so I'm sorry. But then again, if you pack in 293 workers with families in one of these, then you're going to have a little bit of issues. You can also come to Alvaret. A little bit, a few here. No, I just recall that we don't need to do this. We're not supposed to, because we don't need to, and there's really no rush. And In here though, yes, they deserve an infusion. I think. But they're doing great. Well, they're getting grumpier for some reason. What is the problem? Is it the meat? Yes, it is the meat that they are grumpy about. We haven't fixed the meat yet, seriously. Or have they gone into some sort of meat frenzy that they want like an enormous amount of meat? No, I don't think so. We simply need to produce more meat. Come on, get this place going. What is the problem here? Anyway, now there is no livestock here. There is no livestock here. We need more workers here. Here comes the bus. 13 workers. Disappointing. You know what we should have done is taking that bus that we put on here from Hansasino. Hansasino busplatform, Schweiz busplatform. No, not one that is part of food worker line. No. Yes, this one. You go to the meat industry instead. There you go. Don't do this. And still, you'll continue on. See if you make it. If they make it. But now we actually have 50 tons in store, so if you're sad about the meat now, it ought to be temporary, and then it should not make you that upset. What about here, Polohevo? Oh, you're pretty decent. I'm pretty happy. Except to work at that place, but I can understand it. Just want to know how you're doing. Don't care about anything else. Just that we provide enough of the resources for you to prosper. And such things. Yes, and such things. Yes. We'll have this. This I think is a good one. No. Yes. How is the television station doing? Is that doing good? Yes, it is in fact doing quite decent. Or maybe even really good. Yes, we have a lot of people without job here at their homes, right next to the television station. But there you have it, that's the way it is here. Plenty of workers waiting. We maybe should get a few more of the trolley buses on here. Yes, I think we should. That sounds like a splendid idea to get more trolley buses on here. Should have maybe checked how much these were to buy. Then again, how do you get them out? Do you put them on a flatbed? We have enormous flatbeds. Remember, this is what you want. This, yes. 2 of those. Then we'll have the lines and the full passenger lines, and then we'll find the Husqvarna medsols and the Husqvarna motsols, and we'll set line to vehicle, that one and that one, and start your business. There you go. Should we have a ride along the center of Huskvarna here? What is Huskvarna about? What does it look like from the perspective of the citizens? This is more of a citizen's perspective, and this is also more of a citizen's pace that we're getting to things here. These are not very quick, it would appear. They should be quickly better accelerating. These are electric things, not even running off batteries like a battery car would. This is proper electricity we got going on up there, and there should basically be no limit as long as people are sitting down. Yes, it's important that they sit down, but we have a system for that, you know. If anyone is not sitting down, you yell like, Börje sitter inte ner, so don't hit the accelerator too hard. Then the driver here, we can see the Madeleine Kohl statue over there. That's quite nice. Plenty of people walking about. Some went off here, yes. Oh, here's the old church, very lovely. And the old town, of course, although this is pretty much recently constructed. Yes, of course, and the radio station, let's not miss the radio station, the Pride. And Madeleine calls also the Pride. Here, Hansasino radio station. 55% rating. It's not that great, but it is having a good impact here on the culture. And it gives people something to do rather than go outside, for example. You never know. It could be dangerous going outside. Air and things going on. Here's an ambulance. Someone is in peril. I hope we'll save them. So I suppose this would wrap it up for this evening. I don't know what else there is to do. Yes, I paved a lot of roads, but what was the point of that? Well, before we talk too boldly here, how are we actually doing? The meat situation is not really under control. Food situation. Here there isn't a lot of food. Here there is no food. It's doing terrible. It's what it is. God damn it. How can you have read going in there? There is something wrong with this building. Something is wrong here. Yes, something is definitely wrong here. Yes, there is. Was this, or is this the same track as that one? Then I'd suggest you use another one. We can try that. Just in case that's what it is. Food train, come on, yes, you're next in line. You have to go. I mean, you have to go. I don't care. You're the most important train. Oh crap. That's stop. Come back here. Turn around. Yes, quickly now. Yes, and hit the accelerator, please, as hard as you can. If you wouldn't mind braking a bit. I think that we're going to make it. Yes, we're going to. Yes, you braked in the last moment. Yes, and just scraping the paint ever so slightly. Yes, we made it. Now it was actually supposed to be red here. Yes, this time. Husqvarna, turn around, and you'll do fine. There you go. Don't do silly things. You can do this. Yes. But these people are still fine regarding the food. Allvaret, they don't have any. They should not need any. But then again, when it could have been that the trains were so overloading the food factory that they could not get food out to the people of Allvaret. It's the most likely thing. Yes. But still, the people of Polochevo are still here, and they ought to have similar circumstances. There are not many people here. Missing coal, okay. I mean, yes, we have such a stockpile now of especially this stuff, except for the chemicals. Yes, that we ought to do fine for a while. I mean, we're not really in that great need of steel. We're building a bit of railroad, but we have how much steel now? Where is it? Steel, yes, 3,591 tons. Yes, it will be fine. Nuclear fuel, 118 million rubles worth, or $128 million worth. You say? You don't say. That's an interesting prospect if one wanted to build more interesting vehicles. Yes, this. Dear friends, thank you so very much for watching. Good night.